Hey, today we are solving a very important problem. This lake behind me is absolutely massive, and currently we have no way to access it besides walking further and further and further and further into the center of it. I doubt the mic can even pick me up from here. And because this is such a large lake, it means the waves are massive. The combination of low depth and high waves makes this feel like more of an ocean than a lake, so maybe we should treat it that way. Earlier today, we got the first few sections of the dock dropped off, but before we can even think about putting that in, we need to solve a very important problem, and that's building a deck in order for the dock to safely attach to the land. Confused? You and me both. But we'll figure it out as we go. We always do.
So what's the game plan? Think just rip it up and see what we're working with?
Not that I don't want to be helping, but we saw some hornets fly under there last night, and I'm pretty worried that there's a nest. I promise I'm not making excuses. I'm just deathly allergic, not taking that risk again.
Oh, there it is. Yep. Do we have an EpiPen here? Oh, there. Look, it's right. It came back.
See you on the way up, only looking down when we're seeing where we came from. You ain't gotta wait up, never gonna slow back down. There's no sign.
I don't see it anymore. Definitely at the end of its life.
Oh yeah, I don't think we should try and save this.
No, I think it'd be a waste.
Yeah, it feels alright, and there's no reason to stop believing.
Let's just pick it up here and roll
Flip
it
it
up.
over. Sure.
I'm just spitballing here. How high do you think it'll come? Like maybe right here?
We don't have a whole lot of crusher dust.
All right, so we just finished ripping up that whole deck. It was very, very rotten. Glad that we made this decision. With the dock going in, I know I mentioned this before, but making sure that it's fastened in the safest way is just so important. You can see this property is on a pretty steep hill, which is great because we're never gonna have flooding from the lake. We're learning a lot about lake life. One of the most important things that we have learned in the last few weeks is the water fluctuation and how it can go up, it can go down, and it's totally dependent on rain. Because we haven't gotten a lot of it lately, the water level is really low. So we want to be able to make sure that we can use it all times of the year. What we need to do now is figure out the elevation of the deck.
Really, the only place you need any crusher dust is where you're going to put the pads. One in each corner, up here across the top, we'll level them up. It's just that the higher you make this, the steeper that ramp's going to be.
The sun on my face, singing in the rain, talking for days. Our love is just like.
So Todd is running loads with the tractor. So what we're doing is putting down a crusher dust base and then putting some rocks that we found in the water on top. We could buy, you know, those like flat cinder block type things, but we have these for free. So why wouldn't we use them? Upcycling, right?
The sun on my face, singing in the rain, talking for days. Our love is just like simple things in life.
The wind has really picked up, but what we're doing now is trying to figure out what our plan is. The stairs are rotted as well, so we had to rip those out. So we're gonna try and come up with a material list, and that way, first thing tomorrow, we'll just be able to hit the ground running, but there's just so many different ways that we can build this, so I'm gonna leave it to the experts. Because I don't care. I know that it's gonna be beautiful, and Todd is the landscape expert, so best to leave it to him.
I actually have to kind of build this up probably a little. Like I feel like we slope here.
Well, you might be better off to
I think once
leave it at this height than dig that down. Just have your step going into nothing.
Yeah.
All right, looks like we've got a plan. We've got a material list. It grew, but you're probably not surprised by that. So we'll see you in the morning.
Every now and then I get a little bit sideways. You know how I do, yeah. Everybody says I get a little too excited.
Good morning. Doing all the demo yesterday and coming up with a really solid plan of what we want the space to look like, ordering the materials, doing all that was just such a great idea. I'm really excited to just get to work today. There's a nice breeze coming in off the lake. It's nice and cool. It's gonna be a beautiful day and I just cannot wait to see this space and be able to use it this summer. I'm just so looking forward to the next couple of months. So anyway, let's get to work. I'm gonna go start lifting pieces down and we're gonna get building.
Sometimes I get worked up by the modern dream. Sometimes I howl at the room like a mangy beast. And it's cool, but that's not your thing. But that's just me.
Maybe we'll bring that other one down and we'll lay it down flat on there, just something to carry the end of these joists.
Sure. So as I'm going, just like as you're cutting, you want me to start nailing them on?
Yeah, you can nail them on.
Let's try not to this up.
Kinda love sweet noise, something about this frequency makes you wanna swing low, let go. I love what it do to me. I got my high hopes knocking outside my
So
door.
we just hold this one.
Yep, hold it there. I'll nail the end piece first.
Okay.
You're breaking a leg.
No WCB here.
You can lift it up and down as I come along and nail it.
Sounds good. I got the hard job.
Okay, let's check it for level down at that end, and then we'll check it for square.
I think it's going to be more of a rectangle. You know triangles, but I know the difference between a square and a rectangle. You want me to pick it back a bit?
Yeah, give her a boot. That's good.
God, I'm not going to get to use a sledgehammer today, am I?
Not yet.
Oh, I don't want to have to measure.
Yeah.
All day you're going to second guess that.
92 and 15/16.
Didn't you say 15, 16?
Yeah, that would have been 192.
Yeah. So I'm just getting back from the hardware store. I picked up the, what is this called?
Tape.
Tape to go.
You're the one who's got, what's it say right on it?
It's just the brand. Joist guard.
Joist guard.
And then the glue for
Who's
the
Joyce?
joist guard. So we're gonna put that over top. The previous owner didn't do that, and even though he used pressure treated wood, it ended up rotting. Basically, it's so water doesn't sit on top of here is the reason.
Sunset burning on the golden shore. Never seen a view like this before. The stars, they shine like diamonds in your eyes.
Did I ever tell you that I don't like this tape? Doesn't
You-
overhang half an inch or so.
Okay. You don't seem to like very
You
much.
make me feel so good. Feel so good. You make me feel so
Suit me, suit you?
I didn't look. We trust you, that way we have someone to blame.
I guess like this is probably not, like none of the ground is not straight.
No, it's like trying to do something at the land.
Yeah.
Whenever we try and level an area, it's so hard because there's so many hills over there.
You make me feel like I'm forever young. 'Cause you're my only one. You make me feel so good. Feel so good.
Looks really good.
It does, yeah.
I don't know if you can see up there, but Todd's fans enjoying the tea with the view.
She needs a white hard hat for supervising.
What do you guys think? It's looking pretty good. It's such a beautiful day. Cannot wait to set up some Adirondack chairs. And if you're from Canada, Muskoka chairs, as the Ontarians call it. Last piece. With all of the sawing and drilling today, we were not long chewing through all the batteries. I am so glad that this came in. So I ordered this off Amazon. What this does, it's a super fast charger for our batteries. So before we had to plug in one at a time, wait till it was charged, take it off, that whole thing. Now I can charge 4 batteries at once, which is awesome. The one problem though, this uses a lot of power, obviously to charge 4. It literally uses what a hairdryer uses. It's nuts. So I have my handy dandy Jackery. This is actually the new Jackery. It's the Jackery 2000 Plus. So what's really cool about this is it can charge appliances up to 3,000 watts. What makes this so convenient though is rather than having a noisy generator that's spitting gas fumes everywhere, this operates at 30 decibels versus a generator at 85, which is nuts. You dead?
Oh yeah, that one's dead. I think this one will get us through though.
Yeah, it's so handy to have this on the job site. The real power though of this Jackery is that it's expandable. So they come in 2 kilowatt expansion packs all the way up to 24 kilowatts, but it gets better. This particular one can be wired right into your home electrical system with a transfer switch. So if the power goes out say in the summer. There's lots of hurricanes, there's storms. With this, we don't have to worry because if we lose power, this will kick in and automatically power the appliances in our home that we choose. With Jackery, they have a standby mode. So if you're not using this, say you haven't turned it on for months, it is still gonna be charged when you're ready to use it because let's be real, we have no idea when the next storm is gonna hit. We don't know when our house is gonna lose power. This is always there and ready to keep you backed up. I cannot say enough great things about Jackery. I did want to mention, I'm going to put a link in the description box down below. This is going to be the best deal that you're going to find on a Jackery and at no extra cost to you. It's called an affiliate link or like a commission link. We'll get a small kickback if you end up purchasing when you click that link. It really does help and support our channel. And again, it's no extra cost to you. We wouldn't be recommending this if we didn't believe in it.
So a small hiccup. Everything was going well, but we're short 2 pieces of glass and a couple pieces for the railing. I was thinking it's probably better for you to go into the city and pick up what we need, and then I'll just stay here with Dumpy and finish up. Does that work?
I mean, you're doing most of the work today, so kind of makes sense. Yeah, I'll run in. Maybe I'll pick up dinner too.
Oh, yeah. Well, obviously, if you're going into the city, you have to get dinner.
I'm gonna take them on the road with me.
Okay.
It is totally worth driving into the city sometimes to pick up stuff. I didn't even have to get out of the vehicle. They're loading up everything, which is just so awesome and convenient. Awesome, thanks so much. You too. I'm sure this seems so normal to many of you, especially if you live in a big city.
There you go.
Awesome, thanks. Have a great day. But in the small town that we live in, they just don't have the staff to do this. So you have to go pick everything yourself. You have to find it and figure it out. I spent like an hour at the hardware store earlier and they didn't have it. So it was just such a waste of time when I could have just drove, and it's just like, it's 45 minutes each way and I wasn't in the mood to do it, but I got a little iced coffee on the way. Look at that. If you know, you know. All right. 4:36 p.m. What do you guys think? Kind of thinking of getting burgers for supper. Can I get an Impossible Whopper? Husband of the year right there. All right, we'll see you at home.
Good morning. It is a beautiful day here and we are back to work on the deck. As you can tell, Dumpy is hard at work over there cutting out some stair stringers. So we are going to tackle these first thing this morning. The stairs to get from the walkway down onto the deck. If you remember a couple years ago when we were building the outhouse over at the land, the stairs nearly broke our life, our marriage, and our momentum.
I guess this isn't how this is supposed to look.
This side was high. This side was high.
I don't think so.
I do.
Fucking tree where you put?
Yeah. Won't it be nice to have stairs? Oh, thank you. Something yummy on my leg? It was you rolling in the grass. Addie was rolling in the grass. Hey, you can tell the dew is strong. Maybe we should plant a lawn, right? Should I put some seed down so you have more grass? Oh, good boy. All right. You're gonna get me fired for being distracting. You're gonna get me fired. All right, I'm gonna set you down and get some work done. These rocks are here for a purpose. I'm gonna eventually rebuild the wall here. So rather than moving them out of the way, I just put them there. You know, work smarter, not harder. Wow, looks good.
Cut. There's the second one. Make it work.
Like I said, if it was up to me, it would be a ramp. Gravel looks nice on a slope.
Wood grain on that wood. Like you can see where the weak spot is. If this is taking the weight, that could just snap off.
Is that because the knot is there? So
no, that's just the way the grain goes. So
never would have thought of that.
we'll figure it out as we go.
My stairs would have broke the first time you step on them. Have to sign a waiver to go down.
These look like so.
I'll let you do the first walk on them then.
Good.
Wow, that's a nice job shaving the bank. Thanks, Todd. Do you want me to grab that other one? Oh, you brought them both down?
Yeah.
Wow. Showing me up.
Something strong.
Yeah. I actually kind of like it the way it comes onto the deck. Like one, it's like sturdier, like you said, but
Gives you a little corner there.
yeah, tuck the chairs in a little bit.
Yeah. We'll put this one on first, and then
Go from there.
we'll go from there, and then we'll figure out.
I'll stop asking questions so we
Yeah,
can move
yeah.
on.
Yeah, shut up and get to work.
Now you're being more like Tyler.
As much as I wish that I could be spending the day building stairs with Todd and Dumpy, I am at the containers. That actually sounded very genuine. That was sarcasm, just for the record. But I've been spending the day at the shipping container home because I have a very, very important meeting that I'm admittedly pretty nervous for. We have an inspection today. It is a very important inspection because it's not just one, not two, but 3 inspections rolled into one. So if you've been watching the vlog for the last few months, you know how much time and energy we've all been pouring into this place. So we're getting the interior framing inspected along with the plumbing, all of the shower, the rough-ins, everything that we've had done, and the exterior. So this is a really, really big moment for us. It will allow us to continue on once we pass it. See how I said once we pass it, not if we pass it? I know that this is gonna be fine. It's just, you never know, right? Like every inspector views things differently, and it is an all-day appointment, so I've been hanging out here the last few hours, just pacing around. I'm gonna feel a lot better once this is done. So, holy shit, he's pulling in right now. I'm not gonna film this for obvious reasons. I just want this to go as smoothly as possible, so wish us luck, and we got this.
All right, so it's been a little bit, but I did all the work in figuring out the stairs and Dumpy came along for the ride, so we're ready to start boarding them in.
Something like that.
Yeah. No, I hate stairs.
Fine set of steps.
Probably the best ever. Everyone on the lake's gonna be jealous.
Well, we might as well stick some posts on it then.
Sure. Now that the stairs are all boarded in, it's time to move on to the handrail. So this will be nice because it'll make it a lot safer going down. You can hold on to it. Just way better. Plus, like the old stairs had no railing. They were tilted backwards and the ones down there actually fell off since we moved in. So definitely needed to upgrade this deck. But we're back to angles.
Angles and more angles.
Yeah, too many angles in the world.
They line up some close.
Everything's some close, isn't it?
Close enough. We work for close enough construction.
Anything I can do to be useful?
Well, I don't know. Let's,
Can't do karaoke because I don't have my machine here.
can't make margaritas.
Can't make margaritas because I don't even own a machine. I have a blender and some ice in there and vodka. We can see what we can whip up.
That would work.
Definitely would have taken a lot longer for Ty and I to do this on our own.
Well, we're not done yet.
Oh, too soon?
Yeah.
Well, even as far as we've gotten, it would have taken us a lot longer.
I ever tell you I don't like stairs?
How much do you like, is there? We're running out of things.
Might be carpentry work in general.
Yeah. What's next?
We'll finish.
Oh, the glass. Oh,
finish up
yeah.
the glass rail.
God, I thought we were done.
No, not quite.
Oh, you got it?
Got her.
Wow. Didn't even need me.
Didn't even need you.
That means I can go sit. You got it from here?
No. Right, you can bring down another one.
The last plate on, and then we'll call it a deck. Wow, looks good.
That should work.
Hope so. If not, it'll look like it. It'll just be an ornamental deck. Just walk around to get to the dock.
Well, call it a day.
Sounds good.
Okay. Do I have an update for you? We did not pass our framing inspection. The reality is, Todd and I choose to share our life online very publicly, and if it were just me and you sitting on the couch having a glass of wine, I would have some very different words to say, but we still need some more inspections, so that is what I'm gonna say about it. However, I did express how stupid it is, so I am gonna explain why we didn't pass. So you see this beautiful window right here? So, on the what if scenario that I'm up these stairs, right? And I trip and fall, boom, 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 down these stairs, and I hit the window, and because it's not tempered glass and it doesn't shatter into a million pieces, what happens if it breaks there and cuts me in half and I bleed to death? Well, what happens if I get hit by a meteor right now? Look at the sky up there. I could die right now, you guys. Anyway, we have to build a railing that goes 36 inches above the ground all in here to block that, or we rip out this window and put in tempered glass. Yep. And you wonder why it takes so long and it's so expensive and just stressful and rotten to build a house. Oh my gosh, it is just like, I'm not trying to be negative, but you guys, it is just, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Because like, I'm sorry, but how is a wooden rail gonna stop you from going through? Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. It does feel better though, venting. Like I feel like I did get that off my chest. So thank you for listening. And anyway, I'm gonna go back to the lake now. I think I wanna jump in that water and just be. So while I was waiting for Ty to get back, I got to work on the landscaping around the deck and the stairs, and I started putting the Adirondack chairs together. But then when I heard about the inspection, I kind of lost the wind in my sails a little bit. So we actually took the last couple days off and just relaxed and vegged out, and it was really nice and really needed. The thing with code, I understand it's there for safety, but Canada is very extreme in the fact that like one person does one thing one time and then everyone has to change the code, and then it adds cost to the construction. So then you're talking about the housing crisis and the delays in it, and then the cost of it, and it's just on it. Like it's so much. Like one person falls through a window one time and cuts their stomach, and now we all need handrails across them. It's kind of, I don't want to go on like a huge tangent, but like it is just very frustrating that the goalpost is always changing, because like the cottage, for instance, the stairs we have here would never, ever meet code today, but no one has died on them yet. Yeah, like yet. Oh, we should say, because since we're on a little bit of a tangent, a lot of you have been asking, what's going on with the podcast? When is Tangents coming back? Obviously, we've been so busy with building, and it's just been a really busy season. I think we're going to bring it back in the fall and the winter when we're stuck inside and it's snowy. We're thinking it's a nice little thing to kind of look at it as seasons. So we had season 1, and then we're just in build season now, and then we'll go to podcast season 2 when build season starts to slow down. Yeah. We just can't do it all. Yeah, we're only 2 people, so plus Dumpy. Can't forget Dumpy. Yeah, but anyway, we got the dock, as I'm sure you can see behind us. I think we should give a tour. What do you think? Go out to the dock. As much as I wish that today was a beautiful sunny day, it actually is kind of nice that it's really windy and wavy, because this is exactly why we needed to do a pier style or standing style dock. Yeah, so we had looked at going with like a floating one, but that just is not realistic with where we are. So a bit about the dock, it's completely welded together. It's aluminum, so it's lightweight for going in and out. And then the actual dock surface is called through flow. So if we have the water rise, or we get waves up on it, it just goes right back into the lake. If we get flooding like what happened in Nova Scotia last year, the water level will just go up and around it, and then as the water goes back down, it will just go through it. Yeah, and then on top of that, it's composite and aluminum, so it will last forever. That's the thing. This is obviously a significant investment in the property, and using wood or something that's gonna degrade over time, it just doesn't make sense, because that's so much maintenance, and we'll never have to worry about that with this. So I'm sure it looks like we're standing in the middle of the lake, and we pretty much are. We are, but we are extremely shallow. So we're on a 12 by 16 platform, which is just big enough for some chairs and a couple people to hang out. To get here, there are 300 feet that you have to walk from the deck all the way out to here. And the reason for that, even all the way out here, we're only at 4 feet water depth. But if we were 50 feet in, it's 2 feet. And then if we went another 50 feet out, it's like 70 feet. It just drops off really quick. Really quick. And now I'm sure you can see why a floating dock was just not an option for us. This is really the only way that we could put it in. I'm so glad we made this decision. Yeah. I think it was a really good call. By the way, nice sweater. Thanks, I like yours too. All right, we are gonna go enjoy the rest of our day. Hope you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you Sunday. Bye.